nice. Better. Captain! Oh, you're singing now. Stop. Good. Very good. All you know the idea. But you all will agree that was a dotish version, eh? That was Gypsy and his stupidness, eh? But since I believe I'm such a great writer, I did some work to the song. Make the song proper. Make it a song. I fix it. I laugh, you know. I want to do this song for you know. No, don't sing it. My turn. Like a damn fool. Like a fool. The UNC is shipwreck and leaky. So they buy a new ship called the UNP. But with the same old driver, some man they call Pandy. Because the first ship could go astray. This man stay in like a BNK. 50,000 US disappear. Union and ball corruption. Next to this she house for ammunition. Student McCall, Ralph Maraj ball, Lawrence Maraj showed up from behind a wall. Pandy, the jail is waiting. Pandy, all your thieves enough. Corruption in USC, so everything dead already. All your fire treatment just so we abandon ship. We not staying on it. And very slow, Pandy no. Robbie say that you've got to go. Let me remind every single voter down in Cuba, the incident with the ladder, the incoherent deal, padding, and the airport scandal. Pseudo racist and teachers is criminal. He couldn't pay Ken Gordon 800,000. Big apartment in Kensington, kitchen at it ass, quite tongue, where the money gone. Kamla up front and talking stripes. When she go Aruka, she go understand what is real pipe. Pandy.
A pleasant good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Pandy. All you say.
Today, the 31st day of July, 2024.
All your fire.
The last day left
So we abandon
in the month of July for 2024, right?
And very
There's not going to be another 2024. July, that is.
Even for you had to go.
I feel to play a little live calypso today. Wow, you're fine.
Since you in power, brother, is only bloodshed. Every day, 2 or 3 people dead. Prime ministers lived in the house peacefully. Nobody never kill nobody. Soon as you come with your big white head, murder Sengo Griffith, and set up bloodshed, a loose cannon is at large, a dictator is in charge. For corruption, you're going to be charged, you're going to get a cell close to damn Pandy.
I hope everybody would have had themselves a wonderful day thus far.
Pandy. all you take enough.
To the persons on my Facebook and YouTube page, good evening to you guys.
All your fire treatment just so we are banned.
Share the live right now. Let them know that class is in session.
Bandino, Robbie say that you've got to go.
I feel to sing today. I feel to sing. Who else feel to sing? Who else feel to sing? Share the live. Tag somebody. Let them know that class is in session. Listen to the last verse. Listen to the last verse.
When Vince Lass and Griffith crossed the floor, UNC, the supporters.
That number 10.
No 3 men leave you because of corruption. You call them names like Chakas and Nimakram. Let me tell you something, Pandy. You always want to do things your way. Ramesh was your good friend. You bring in Gillette and duck them. I find you fast, you're out of class. 6 years now, you're playing up in your mother. Pandy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Crow, veteran calypsonian out of Trinidad and Tobago.
It's the Western rolling.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so let us start our conversation. I hope everybody would have had themselves a wonderful day, and we are ready to have another class in session program. And what is breaking the internet today? What is breaking the internet today? I wonder what the teacher have up his sleeve. Let me tell you something. Nowadays, all it does make me change. Give me 1 minute. I need to, and you know the teacher most of them go back in his suitcase, or teacher just have a little briefcase before. I have a little thing in my briefcase. Yeah, there were some documents that I left there. Yeah, there were some documents that I left there that I must get out of the bag. You understand? Yeah. Somebody's just asking me where is my program and on what platform is it on. I want to ensure that everybody gets to be part of the program. So let me just copy and send that to the person. That person is not a punctual a student that is always there. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And I would first like to welcome you guys again to the Class in Session program. Wow. We are 7 minutes within the program. 8 minutes actually. And we have 64 viewers on Facebook and 122 on YouTube. What are you guys rushing to hear? What are you guys rushing to hear? What is it that I'm not here? Well, I've heard that Vibes Cartel has been, freed of all charges. That's news coming out of Jamaica. So I don't know whether or not the persons who initially arrested him will be fired. Yeah, but this was the information. Now I want to start with, I know you all are ready for as a particular conversation, yeah? But I want to start with mentioning something. Yesterday, I can recall Sister Pierre, Emmeline Pierre, with visitations being done by the party. She made mention of a few things on Facebook, right? Let me just read. She says, at the end of the day, Carriacou, A, motivated by love and strength of the Carriacou people. B, so grateful for the Samaritan Post, other organization, and all other volunteers. C, disappointed at the speed of the government rebuilding program. D, very impressed with the response of the new National Party program on the ground. D, don't understand the dumping of debris in the playing field. E, very concerned that basic supplies are not meeting some people. F, Highest commendation to the utility companies. And G, I'm really tired. We'll share the deeper thoughts on another day. Yes, this was Sister Emmeline Pear yesterday. And after making such a comment, after she posted her status, somebody went and under the status and they posted or outlined it, things that have been done by Nawasa and I think Flo and Grenlec, right? And funny enough, why would you even want to comment on that? Because you're basically stating to us that the monies that was given by CRIF is being used by the utility companies. They are actually using their monies. They are actually using their monies. And your organization, the government of Grenada, up to date, we are not seeing what is happening. Yeah? No, I have a little breeze, I have a little fan on me. And I believe that, I don't know if you guys are getting that breeze. I think it's going to come through the mic. I don't want it coming through the mic. Yeah? I don't know if you guys are hearing it or just indicate whether or not you're hearing something like a fan. Yeah? And as I was saying, now you've seen other entities, a lot of other entities, they are the ones that are assisting in many ways, while the government is laid back and doing absolutely nothing. So I think to even speak, about what government is basically not doing is just giving more footings to the statement that Ms. Pear made. Yeah? So, ever so often, you would find these people trying to make some form of excuse for whatever reason. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. Yeah? But I just thought to mention this. Plus, today we work hard to do our nice little talk program and so on and so forth and so on. But nothing changed as it relates to that. I have one of my colleagues that I'll contact, and we are going to actually have a conversation. But before I do this, I want to play something. I wanna play something of a very wise man. You know, sometimes wisdom comes in different ways. And let me just, I hope I get it right. It was, just about here. And I hope I get it right for you guys. So let me play that piece for you guys. Line up. Look at that line up somebody have in the comment section. They say, fight for so. Deacon versus Laco. Ron versus Claudette. Laco versus the chairman of NLA. Andy versus Cornwall. And you leave out one. All of them against Stephen Andrew. And I had that in my topic here. Look at it. Laco and Tevin at this part in the party. Let me say to you, guys, this all you is a face. I have never seen men more ridiculed by an organization or a group that they are a part of. But as I said, you need not to mention that. But to exalt him, he had to say it. But I'm getting there, Agnes. I'm getting there. And I will continue to warn you guys. See, when people want to make everything look good, I don't mind letting nobody know that if I have my children in my house, we are falling out. Because they got to know that I discipline those kids. They got to know that we have differences because we're human. At this stage, they are the creamiest crop. They are the best thing Grenada ever. No infight, no quarrel. They have no discrepancies. But look at that lineup. Look at that lineup somebody have in the comment section. They say, fight for so. Deacon versus Laco. Ron versus Claudette. Laco versus the chairman of NLA. Andy versus Cornwall. And you leave out one. All of them against Stephen Andrew. And I had that in my topic here. Look at it. Laco and Tevin at this part in the party. Let me say to you, guys, this. All you is a face. I have never seen men more ridiculed by an organization or a group that they are a part of. Tevin Andrew in Karaku, conversation minimal. I'm going to leave it there. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this was the program on Monday. The clipping that I just played was aired on Monday. Yeah? You hear me clearly? On Monday's program, I mentioned on the program as to the observation as it relates to the disrespect. I know, yes, it's an audio, me not playing it. That is actually me on Monday's program. After getting information, after observation as it relates to the manner in which the Minister of Youth were being treated. Yeah? And nobody told me that. Some of them just talk political knowledge and political understanding, but they just talk so much and don't listen and don't observe. Yeah? So if you realize for the past 2-3 months, all what was circulating and what was going around, the loan ministry that was very silent in Grenada was the ministry that was needed the most. The Ministry of Youth and Youth Development. What was happening? Nobody knew. Where was Brother Laco? Nobody knew. But today, ladies and gentlemen, to date, you see, they like to preach that they have all the political knowledge and understanding. They go on the program and they just talk all kind of mess. Yeah? They don't understand the simple concept of politics. Simple, it's as simple as this. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Senator Jonathan Lacrette fired. Senator Jonathan Lacrette fired. Let me get it for you. I always say to you guys, sometimes when you play with God, He does not play back with you, you know. He does take you very serious, especially when you see you using the name in vain and all kind of thing like that. If you proclaim to be a man of God, it is difficult for the saints to be amongst evildoers. At one time, it's either the evildoers overtake you or you join them. It is said in Ephesians 5 and verse 3 that but among you there must not be even a hint of sexual immorality or of any kind of impurity, of greed, because these are improper for God's holy people. Anybody understand what I just read there? You proclaim to be a man of God, Brother Jonathan Lacrette. This is not the work of the Prime Minister. I could tell you that. I grew up in church. This is not just the work of the Prime Minister. God don't want you there. God don't want you there. Just like Lot and his wife, he took you away. You should thank God for it. You should thank God for this. He's taking you away because as a man of God that you're portraying to be, you can't be among evildoers. He said, but among you, there must not be a hint of sexual immorality. What you've been hearing about these people and them and their sexual preference? Is it of any kind of impurity? What is the level of corruption that you're hearing within this organization? Or of greed? How much of them you hear that I want money now? Because these are improper of God's holy people. Brother Lacrette, that is not the work of the Prime Minister. That is the work of God. Count yourself lucky that God moved you before. Because he would have been embarrassing next year, please the Lord, when the election is called. Are you again hot in the studio? I had a fan because my AC. I don't know what is going on. Because I plan to get hot. Normally have me tissue with me, but I didn't have time to go and get it. He says that Senator Jonathan Lacrette is fired July 31st, 2024. Word from the cabinet is that the heated argument broke out in a meeting of government ministers relating to an accusation by Senator Jonathan Lacrette that 3 ministers deeply involved in the relief work in Keriku has been corruptly enriching themselves from assistance sent from the people affected by the hurricane. Ephesians 5 and verse 3. But among you there must not be a hint of what? Greed. Greed. That is what you call out. That is what you call out. So the mere fact that you talk about that and you tried to make the Prime Minister know that as a man of God, that you need not to have been around this. What do you think the evildoers going to do? They go get rid of you. He goes on to say, the former pastor, and you hear that they label him? Because now, you go all about on the pulpit, you display all kind of things. Let me remind you, Brother Lacko. Brother Lacko. He have a life jacket and in long socks. So that was Brother Lacrette displaying during the campaign with his life jacket, and he have a boy in his hand throwing it for persons to catch it, and the song being played is what? Jonah on board and he have to go. Brother Jonathan Lacrette, that was the theme song of the 2008 National Democratic Congress. And as a man of God, the story of Jonah said what? He was sent to Nineveh and he refused, swallowed by a whale, all because he did not heed the word of God. However, God gave him the chance. And what happened after that? The whale regurgitated him from within his stomach to free the people of Nineveh. Brother Jonathan Lacrette, you is a pastor. You have to be careful. You know the story. Don't make them fellas manipulate you. Now Lacrette on board and they make him go. Furthermore, I don't play. I is not a pastor. And I say today, because a mass band had called me a shot. The mass band called me, and they say, listen to me. They say, I want to write they want me to write a shotney song for them. Because it's carnival. It's carnival. So they say, write a shotney song for me. But I started, I don't know, I'll go tell me how he's singing. Because I want to send it to the shotney band. He goes, so, Laco, don't say I didn't warn you. Now that they put you out because you wouldn't hush your mouth. Laco, don't say I didn't warn you. Now they can get tired. I hear that you get it fired. Laco, don't say I didn't warn. I'm gonna play short me alone by the botanical gardens. Are you too wicked? Don't use the man name in vain. He's singing good? Yeah. Laco, don't say I didn't warn you. Now that they put you out because you wouldn't hush your mouth. Laco, don't say I didn't warn you. Now they can get tired. I hear that you get it fired. I'm singing that Juve man in me alone. Yes, go and tell them. Those that sit down in the back of the classroom that peeping through the window, go and tell them. Or you cut that piece and send them for them. Are rejoicing over it. And not behaving. Because I keep saying that to you guys. Listen to me. You all don't need to be table with these people on Facebook. You see how me what's coming back to tell all you know? You see that? Because I keep saying to you guys that these people, it is going to blow up in their face. Oh, Kit Mitchell and Peter David fighting hell hard. Oh, Peter David want to take over the party. 2 years now, we hearing that song. Where Peter David go? Where Kit Mitchell go? But today, there was a cream of the crop. The cream of the crop. Somebody bring me tissue for me. Let me get it. Yeah, so I get a little assistant to take out that little sweat off my face. Yeah? They were the cream of the crop. They're the best thing. And remember hear me saying that in what I just played for you guys? The cream of the crop. No infight, nothing. But no. Something hit the fan. Something hit the fan. Or you want to know when it's convention still? Or you still want to know when it's convention? Study NNP. Only stay there and study NNP. Or you want to know when your convention? Eh? Or you still want to know? Fix all yourself. Let me play something. Tell all you. Words are powerful. Very, very, very powerful. Let me play something that somebody sent me today. I know I look over vex. I don't want to hear the voice, but I have to play it. Because you see, when they bossy, they doesn't know what to talk about. They just tack. Can't you people, they just tacking. Listen now. Take a look, listen.
It is as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they know. Maybe they're smarter, they're brighter, they have doctorates and they have master's degree and they have first degree and PhD and all kind of D's. Maybe they're smarter, maybe they know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. But we are not going to allow that to happen. I could tell them that. Mm-hmm. Remember the last election?
Mm-hmm.
The build up to the last election?
Mm-hmm.
We were not going to allow some of the old guards to remain there and play the royal and cause us to lose the election. You remember what I told them? I said, either we kick you out or you voluntarily get out. And I was willing to go and drag them out. A lot of them, they back off when they realize that we are serious. They know me. They know I don't mess around. I straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why, a lot of those folks there, they grabby, say, well, Lord, you're Kem Jones, man. You're out here still doing the work and fighting. Maybe they still holding it, against me that I was firm, straight, say, hey, we kicking you out. I'm going to use the word, out. Because we're not going to allow you to allow NNP to win the last election, no matter what. I even speak about my home here. I said, if my lady tell me she voting for NNP, I remember I said it on the program, I said, me and her done, we finish.
Yes, stupidity.
Numbers and so on. I was so firm and straight.
Dotishness at its highest level.
You, firm and straight, we got it. That's what it's supposed to be. And now, we have to do the same thing. If you realize that these people and not doing the work that they're supposed to do for the party, we kick them out. We kicking them out and get rid of them and get fresh people who are going to make sure that the NDC win the next election. And I'm referring to the party, to make sure that the NDC win the election and win it big. Because the party, you don't hear nothing, you see nothing. You have little groups fighting up. But what? What? Tell me that. But we are not. Remember, some of the...
No, I want you at this stage, class members. Somebody take a commercial break. Listen to the utter level of somebody speaking and contradicting themselves. Huh? Listen to that. Listen to that. The party is not doing anything. He's saying that the NDC is not doing anything. But still, he's of the belief that they are going to win the next general election. And he goes on to make reference, and let me make you listen to this.
These people underestimate the power that I will and the reach of this program, you know. Some of these people underestimate the reach of this program here at home and abroad, you know. They underestimate that. You hear me? You underestimate that. We need to see the party more involved and doing work and doing things.
So indirectly, this gentleman is making the Grenadian public know that the National Democratic Congress as a party is not doing anything. No, indirectly, a governing party is what? Not the government. I mean, maybe stay down in daycare. But the governing party is the government. Therefore, you are basically saying to a Grenadian people that the government is failing. Go on. And he's making reference, just now hold on, listen carefully. He's going to make reference to the political party that is working. Listen to that.
Check it out. What have they been doing? The NNP is now focusing on the canvassing the list, checking out the list, because they realize the list getting larger. They canvassing the list to know.
Watch me. I just play it because I know some of you don't like to hear it. But I'm playing it so that you understand the level of redundancy that some people sit aside and listen to. And say, yeah, but yeah, like the man, yeah. Are you listening to the contradiction in this? This is a 7 minutes or a 3 minutes conversation. So, you contradicted the political party. One, you're saying that the political party is not doing anything to win the next general election as a party. But you're still convinced that they're going to win. Yeah? And the only party that you're seeing as a political organization that is doing what has to happen to win a general election is the New National Party. But yet still, you are contradicting the party that is on the way to doing what has to be done to win the next general election. Oh God. That boy fall on here as a child. I tell you no, I don't free them. I go in at them hard. Hard.
Oh, who is who? And we cannot.
And that was the end of it. Contradiction. And in the agreement, and mind you, I think that this aid program, there, right, is or would have happened before, I'm subjected to correction, before the incident with Lacrit happened. Yeah? So, it is strange, ladies and gentlemen. It is strange. And you have persons on the other side, and I'm playing this for you to understand, that there are persons on the other side listening to that. Educated people. And It is up at the stage, you're trying to understand what is being said. Yeah? Because you listen to the gentleman saying something totally off. And persons that are agreeing, they like what he said. And nobody vexed about what he said. They jump up for a while to wipe off the face. Brother Lacko, it saddens me that you had to reach through that stage. Because I remember when I mentioned about Brother Lacko the last time, I said to him, I said, come and stand up in the yard. We won't bring you straight in the bedroom yet. Hold on. And here you are. 2 days later. Not months, a few days later. Look at what happened. It is plain. It is plain to see. Plain. So I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess by in the morning, like this, that we are going to have a new youth minister. And we planned, you see, the thing about it, we planned today. And somebody saying same thing happened to Carl Hood. I remember speaking to somebody just before I started the program. And we were having this conversation about when they expelled Mr. Hood and Peter David and others. So they could bring what they want. But we're going to judge them as to the work done. Yeah? As to the work done. But my program today really was, or still is, because I think I have one of the persons in whom I'm going to contact. Two of the others would have said to me that they may not be able to make it. But I have one of the individuals that would be here with me today on the program. And we're going to speak very briefly, very, very briefly, on youth and youth development. Yeah. And really, I want you guys to be a part of the conversation. Yeah? Because really, it's questions posed. And those questions would be answered, in the best of the ability of the person responding. Yeah? You all can go in the comment section and also speak on it. Somebody saying the playing field that was in Vendom is a place for crab. I'm trying to understand what is there. I think how it is in this country. All right, so let's see if we get the person on a line. Yes. All right, so online with us today will be a very young lady, very nice young lady, Trisha Jones Williams, from St. Andrews Northeast. She's from Paul's. All right, so she would be part of the program for today. She will be in conversation with me. Yeah, you all would not get the chance to see her, but hear her. All right, so let's try to make contact with Mrs. Williams. Pleasant good afternoon, Ms. Williams. You can unmute your mic. You can unmute your mic. Ms. Williams, are you there?
Hi, good afternoon, good evening.
Good evening, and welcome to the Class in Session program. You're actually one of the very first guests on the program, so we welcome you sincerely. Yeah?
Thank you.
Right.
It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, lovely. You are basically, and we would say that we are calling you, and you are from the constituency of what's your constituency? That would be St. Andrews Northeast.
So originally, I am from St. Andrews South West,
Oh, Southwest.
but
All right.
I have been residing in Perth
Right.
for the past 10 years. So I am from St. Andrews Northeast.
Okay. All right. And that's Sister Kate, right?
Yes, it is.
All right. All right. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. And today we're gonna put you on spot. There are persons that will be listening. We are just gonna go through a few questions. It's not tough questions, and it would be based on your own personal, viewing or prospect. Yeah.
Yes,
All
sure.
right.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right. So within your constituency, right? Within your constituency, and we're speaking, you can go as far as you can go nationally, but within your constituency, what youth development or youth initiative have been happening in your area for the past, let's say, 2 years and a half?
Um, this is a very interesting question, actually. When I look around in my constituency, I don't see any major youth development. I don't see any togetherness where you have programs for youths to come together. And something that has, kind of bothered me for the past time is the fact that the money program, for example, which should have grown and employ more youths, it's actually been start over. Like they're starting it over because all the money trainees, for example, have to register all over again. And this to me, it's not a good sign, right? As a youth, it's telling me that the persons who are leading, maybe they don't have a concrete plan as to what it is that they're really going about, what it is that they really want to achieve with the youth. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're seeing more and more violence. We're seeing more and more unemployment because there isn't enough programs. And when I say programs, I don't mean something that is one off. In my constituency, there are lots of young people who are unemployed.
Yeah.
And they're unemployed not only because they want to be, like, when I say that, like, they don't want to be unemployed.
Like it's a choice.
There are some persons, so it's not a choice.
Yeah.
There are some persons, for example, including myself, who want to become successful entrepreneurs, for example.
Right.
And there are so many young persons who have that great potential, but there is no great assistance in helping young persons, right?
Right.
There is no assistance to say, okay, you want to become an entrepreneur, this is what we're going to do, right? This is the way forward. There is no specific layout to say, okay, we're going to help you, because when you become an entrepreneur, you have your own business, you're going to eventually employ somebody else. You're going to eventually employ other young people. You're going to actually be able at some point in your business venture, be able to train persons. And this is going to help the economy. And this is my problem. I don't think that we are focusing on helping young people to become their own boss, as I would put it.
All right. I think that was comprehensive enough there, Miss Williams. And you spoke briefly as it relates to entrepreneurship, right? And you believe that the past administration, my question is, do you believe that the past administration had the initiative in place to aiding in terms of that entrepreneurship that you're speaking about now? Did the past administration had that initiative? Were there a program? Were there something that they were doing that was going to help persons in that regard?
So I'm going to speak from my experience, right?
Right.
So from my experience as a youth, right, I saw that the past administration had lots of programs, and it wasn't only for females, it was for males also. And this is what made it so dynamic, because they focus on the different genders. They were not saying, oh, it's only ladies. And there were lots of different programs. And I'll tell you, for example, the Imani program, I was under the Imani program, and I taught in a preschool for 2 years, and I taught in a private primary school for 3 years, right? So that was under the Imani program, and I gained a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills.
Right.
And this is a stepping stone, because nowadays, when young people finish school, right?
Yes.
They graduate from secondary school, they graduate from college, they need experience. So now there are hardly any experience for them. But before, if they participated in the Imani program, for example, they were at a better advantage to say, okay, this is where I trained, and this is my certificate, because I have my certificate to show that I participated in a program that enriched me, not only academically, but also mentally and emotionally. Because in order for you to be able to work somewhere else, and especially for somebody else, you have to be able to have that full development. And I love the fact that the Empower program, where they focus on the men. And this is another problem. Where is the program to focus on the men, to prevent them from shooting each other so often, to prevent them from going and thief, for example, right? You look at households now, and a lot of the different opportunities that was there to assist persons, not only young persons. Under the previous administration, there were a variety of different resources, opportunities for you to be able to develop yourself, right?
Yeah.
And after the last election, this is where I decided I want to become my own boss. I want to have my own business, because I realized employers are taking advantage of employees.
Yeah.
Right? And it's happening worse now. I believe it's happening worse now, because there are not enough, how should I say, professionals within the ministries going around to the different business places to make sure that regulations are being adhered to. So yes, there were a lot more opportunities back then for young people. And as I said, it was not only for females, it was also for males. And I think we need to get back to focusing on the men. Because remember, young ladies, they learn at a different pace, and they are more capable academically, whereas men, they are more on the skillful side. And I think that that's one of the reasons why a lot of young men they resort to violence and alcoholism and drugs and so on, because no one is catering to their technical side. No one is trying to help them to tap into that ability that they have, to harness that gift that they have, in order for them to be able to provide for themselves and their families. So where are the young men going to go? The prison is overfilled. Right?
Yes, very much so. And the points that you're making is very valid. Indeed, we have been seeing all that you've been mentioning is actually a reality here in Grenada. We have seen even the adaptation of the program initiated in places like Trinidad and Tobago. You know, the Empower program was a very good initiative, and indeed it targeted the specific gender in that of male. What about in your area, within your constituency? What would you say have been a major or even an initiative, any form of initiative, be it maybe a building, maybe a new constructive building, anything of that nature within your constituency that have been initiated that may still aid with young people? Maybe a restaurant open so somebody may get employed, maybe government build a new place so persons would be able to do X, Y, or Z. What have you seen in your area?
Well, I like being honest, right? Absolutely nothing. Right? And when I say this, absolutely Nothing. And let's say, for example, right, I live on the outside of Pulse, but still Pulse, right?
Right.
When you go inside of Pulse, for example, you always see young people on the block. You always see either they smoking, they drinking. This is one of the villages that needs great attention within our constituency, right? It needs some form of development. The community center actually is not, it needs to be renovated.
Okay.
And it needs to be renovated to a standard where persons can go there and have classes where you can teach people, you can motivate people in different areas of their lives. And that particular village needs that. That particular village needs that community center. For example, for the women, you can develop the community center and have a daycare. Have a daycare, for example, to help ladies who are single mothers and they cannot have anybody, they don't have anybody to hold their children. And so they have to resort to staying home. They
Well,
can go and hustle.
well, I think that in itself may cause some form of employment. I mean, the
Exactly.
idea alone may cause
Exactly.
some persons within the area to be employed. So yes, even that
And
would be.
that's the whole idea of it. Sometimes I think to myself, the people who want to be politicians, and I mean no disrespect, the people who want to be politicians go there for the wrong reasons. The people who don't want to be politicians and want to help,
Genuinely.
they have the ideas as compared to the people who are actually there. It's like you're wondering, do I have more common sense than the people who are actually there? Am I supposed to listen to these politicians when they are not coming down to my level, to my constituency? They are not coming to hear what it is that are the burning issues, what it is that we need, because they are not there to solve themselves.
Right.
They are servants, so they are there to serve us. Why is it that our constituency has to suffer? And this is something that needs to be looked at, because I'm living in Pulse. And for example, let's take into consideration, right? This is something that my spouse, my husband, always complain about. And he would say he don't understand. You had the debushing program, right? Let's look. I would like to look at that. You had the debushing program, and you had, when the previous administration were there, you had lots of persons. The community used to be clean as a whistle, as we say. Since after election, if a big SL truck coming and you're on the side of the road, you are afraid to jump in the drain to save yourself, because the bush is so tall, it's gonna scratch your skin, and then the dog, you're not sure if the dog's defecate in the bushes,
Right.
because they only have the debushing once every what? Once every 2 months, once every 3 months, once every 6 months.
I can't even keep
Most,
I can't even keep I don't even know how the process
like
of the
two.
debuting program goes on.
it's like two alone for the whole entire year. This is something that used to put food in on people's table.
Right.
This is something that used to help parents, especially within this constituency. It used to help people to be able to support their children to go to school.
Yeah, small
Right?
as it is, yeah.
And as small as it is.
Yeah.
And this is something that is not being done on a regular basis. Yes, everybody is going to clean their surroundings, but then you say it's pure Grenada. What is pure about jumping in the bush? What is pure about, you have, for example, let's look at the Pulse Airport, right?
Right.
We have a long airstrip, and you have dumping taking place. And I have made videos and post it on Facebook, Mr. Prince. And the thing about it is, it's like you speak and your words fall in a bucket, and the sun take it and it just dry out.
So there's
Right?
actual
Because
dumping
it's
of
like
debris.
nobody listens.
What is dumping?
There is
Like community members are dumping there?
You not community members alone. You have random persons, but persons come from outside of the constituency, and most of the times you have dumping on the side of the river bank,
Right.
right? You have people who come and they would throw a whole set of coconut shells, a whole set of couch and old chairs and all different things. Right now, you have dumping on the airstrip itself where I'm not sure who did it, but something needs to be done. And I have been trying to get those tires, right? If
Okay.
mosquitoes could have made me money, I would have been a millionaire right now.
I know, right? I know.
Because they dump all the tires at the top of the airport, and these people are not giving a little inch of concern. And that is my problem too, because nobody seems to have consideration for other people in this country anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You have an airport, why not put up, clean the airport, whoever you list the airport to, make sure that they're managing it. Why not put up a nice little building at the top of the airport?
Yeah, yeah.
Utilize it, make it a place where young people can come together. For example, they have the sewing place at the top of poles, right? And it's in shambles now.
Yeah. So
Most of the persons,
it
most
was
of
used
the young
before?
ladies, it the sewing place, I can't remember the name of my head now, but Mrs. Lewis was the one who initiated this whole thing, and it was functioning all before the election. It was functioning. Now they have a lot of problems within that place,
So
right? No, why is it that things cannot go the way how it's supposed to go?
yes, yes. So you basically have seen a decline in your area. You have seen a decline in terms of your development, right? That is basically what you're
Yes,
saying in a nutshell.
yes,
All right.
yeah.
No. In order to help motivate our young people, and basically we're gonna be wrapping up here. And let me just say to everybody, she's part of the youth arm of the New National Party also, and it's an initiative whereby we always try to develop. Right?
Yeah.
If you were to know at this stage, right, be given the opportunity within your constituency to bring some form of development within your area, what would you say would be, something that is substantiable that may keep young people afloat in your area?
Well, for me, and this is something that I'm really passionate about, right? I would like to see my constituency, and especially the village of Pulse, right? I would like to see a community center like no other community center in Grenada. I would like to see a community center, and my goal for that community center would be to have, as I said, to have a daycare, one, to help the single parents who cannot afford to pay the 200 and something dollars to send their children to a private daycare. Next, we're going to have the IT section in the community center to teach people how to be computer literate, because this is the age that we are living in. Next, we're going to have after school to teach people how to read.
Right.
Right? Reading is one of my passions. And why is it my passion? Because I always say, as a teacher, if you can read
You could do
and
anything.
understand what you read, you can be able to teach yourself, because there is something called self-learning. And a lot of the persons within my constituency need those things. They need it,
Yeah.
right? Even adults. And this is something that is needed within the constituency, especially the village of Pulse, because it is underdeveloped. And there are lots of persons who need that. I would also have in that community center counseling sessions. There are a lot of young people, and it is sad, that are looking to commit suicide because they're saying they're tired of life.
Frustrating.
Life didn't do them anything.
Right.
is the challenges and the trials, because they don't know where to turn. They don't know who to turn to. The opportunities are not there. But if you have counseling, guidance, motivational sessions within our constituency, and it's not just a one-off thing. Something that I think happens a lot is that we have programs and it's a one-off. It needs to be continuous, right? Because everybody have trials. Different persons would have different trials. And how do you meet those young people?
Right.
So this is my thing. And after we move from the community center, then we're going to take over the airport and we're going to utilize it to make it a place of recreation for everybody, not just for vehicles to come and make noise in our head and for dumping.
All right. Well, very good initiatives. What I may say to you is that know that just for about the next few hours, Grenada may not be in possession of a minister of youth. Yeah, because the one that we had was just fired. But however, we're hoping to one day see you maybe as the youth minister here in Grenada. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed as it relates to that. But however, thank you for being a part of this evening's program, Ms. Williams. It was a pleasure having you here on the Class in Session program. And I guess sometime again, because we want to make it as customary as possible. So we may be able to hear you sometime again. So God's blessings to you and your family. And again, it was a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure being here and looking forward to be a part of your program again. God bless you, and may you continue to do the best that you can to make a difference in our society.
All right. Thank you very much. You have a blessed evening.
Thanks, and same to you and everyone else listening.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so that was our youth link up for today. As we say, we're going to do it. We are going to try to make it as often as possible. We wanted to get more than one person today, but the two other persons that I would have contacted, they were a bit busy. So you hear for yourself. This is a member of the youth, the youth arm of the New National Party, and you hear eloquence, you hear ideas, you hear initiative. It comes unnatural. It's just in us. But however, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being here this afternoon with you guys. I hope that you all enjoyed the program this evening. I know I started it off a little bit fiery, but that was just my plan for today, right? And then, boom, Lacquer go and get fired. So don't forget, we have Shotney practicing. Anybody want to learn this song? Anybody want to learn this song? I know. Anybody want to learn this song? Because I want to make a Shotney band. We Shotney band go be green. Yeah? And I want us to learn this song. Yeah? It goes like that. Laco, don't say I didn't want you. Now that they put you out because you wouldn't hush your mouth. Laco, don't say I didn't want you. Now they can't get tired. I hear that you get fired. Laco. Hey! Let me do things, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, I brought some warmth to your evening. Yeah. We have to play. Come, I find out some back shot there. Let me go again. Laco, don't say I didn't want you. Now that they put you out because you wouldn't hush your mouth. Laco, don't say I didn't want you. Now that they can't tired, I hear that you get it fired. Laco. Or you like Papi Show? That is all your problem. That is all your problem. That is all your problem. It was another wonderful week, ladies and gentlemen, with the Class in Session program. It is going to be a lengthy weekend. I know definitely you guys are going to be hooked in later on with Brother Sheldon. Tomorrow, please the Lord. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for Sister Jenny. I know some of you all go cook very early tomorrow. Right now, those programs right now with myself and Sister Jenny and all the others, I find it comes like a soap opera. Remember before, ladies used to cook very early or cook very late when it comes to soap opera hours. I think nowadays when those programs are being aired, you guys are either cooking very early or cooking very late. So Brother Sheldon will be on. He will be on this evening. So go do whatever you had to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, and get ready for Brother Sheldon for the Talking Point program that will be happening a little bit later on. All right. So from the Class in Session program, it was a pleasure being here. God's blessings to each and every one of you. We're going to see again. Please be careful on the road over the weekend. There's a lot of activities that will be taking place over the weekend. So I want you guys, even if you're going to events, please be careful. Stay away from people. No argument. Conflict resolution. Count to reach a 10. Yeah? So God's blessings to each and every one of you. We're going to see again. Come next Tuesday. Monday's a holiday. So next Tuesday we'll be back here. All right?
Like a damn fool, like a damn fool. Like a fool, like a fool. The UNC is shipwreck and leaky. So they buy a new ship called the UNP. But with the same old driver, some man they call Pandy. Because the first ship could go astray. This man steering like a BNK. 50,000 US disappear. Union and ball corruption. Next to this she house for ammunition. Student McCall, Ralph Maraj ball, Lawrence Maraj showed up from behind a wall. Pandy, the jail is waiting. Pandy, all your thieves enough. Corruption in UNC, so everything did already. All your fire treatment just so we abandon ship. We not staying on it. And very slow, Pandy no. Robbie say that you've got to go. Let me remind every single voter down in Cuba, the incident with the ladder, the incoterm deal, padding, and the airport scan.
I just want to remind persons in Victoria to later on,
Teachers,
Shy Street Jam is on, right?
he couldn't take it.
So go be a part of that Street Jam.
Big
Shy's Bar
John,
presents Street Jam later on in Victoria starting from 7. It should be started already.
money go.
So go be a part of that. I know you're not seeing me on the air right now.
Can try.
You'll be hearing me, alright?
She go on a stop.
So go be a part of that Street Jam this evening.
And
Might just be up there later on too.
waiting. And all you take enough. Corruption in UNC, so everything did already. All your fire treatment just so we abandon ship. We not staying on it. And very slow, Pandy no. Christmas Eve, boy, you had to go. Bam, 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 since you in power, brother, is only bloodshed. Every day, 2 or 3 people dead. Prime ministers lived in the house peacefully. Nobody never kill nobody. Soon as you come with your big white head, murder Sengo Griffith and set up bloodshed. A loose cannon is at large. A dictator is in charge. For corruption, you go be charged. You're going to get a cell close to damn grass. Pandy, the jail is waiting. Pandy, all you take enough. corruption in U.S. system. I was saying that already. All your fire treatment just go. So we abandon ship. We not staying on it. And very slow. Bandino. Robbie say that you've got to go.